31. Jeremiah chapter 31 and pick it up at verse 31. Go ahead.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
See, so now people want to say, well, I'm under the new covenant. We're going to look at this in the New Testament in a second. He said, I'm under the new covenant. But notice who the new covenant with. It's with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Go ahead, though. Verse 32.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
So this is the new covenant now. He said, I'm going to take that same, I will make with them a covenant at the house. I will put my law in the inward parts. Same thing he gave when he gave the covenant the first time. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get some clarity on that, because I know some of you people out there want to go to that New Testament. Y'all want to run. Y'all been aching to get to that New Testament. So we're going to go there. Matter of fact, we're going to read this there. But keep reading though. Verse 34.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, for the least of them unto the greatest.
So they ain't got to teach like how we sitting here trying to teach people now. Everybody gonna know the Lord because he gonna be there. That's part of the reason. But go ahead.
Saith the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
Praise the Lord. Keep reading.
Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
So I told you, the Lord dealing with Israel forever, the same nation, because he said, when the sun and the moon don't exist no more, then I might, that's maybe then we might talk about getting rid of Israel. Let's go over to Hebrews though. Hebrews chapter 8. I won't have many more scriptures after this. Hebrews chapter 8. But I'm hoping that we answering the questions, that we stated at the beginning of this class, which is who are the children of Israel? And, if you pay some attention when we was in the writings of Deuteronomy and the writings of Moses, what I'm saying, then we saw that the children of Israel was a people of color, because the things that happened to Israel didn't happen to no other nation. You know what I'm saying? Then we looking at the purpose of this nation, and we seeing that this purpose was to go out and be a nation of priests and preach this gospel out to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And now we learning now does it matter for salvation? You know what I'm saying? Is it relevant today who the children of Israel are? Hebrews chapter 8, and let's go into verse 6. Hebrews chapter 8 and pick it up at verse 6.
But now have ye obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
Talking about Jesus, the mediator of a better covenant. Now let's find out this new covenant. Go ahead.
For it is that first covenant for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought.
So he if the first agreement was faultless, then we wouldn't need no new covenant. We wouldn't need no second covenant. Okay, now we bear witness to the first covenant, but let's look at the second covenant. Go ahead.
For finding fault with them.
So he's saying for finding fault with them, not with God's part, but with the children of Israel part. He said, go ahead.
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days.
So he gonna still make a covenant with the house of Israel later. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind.
And he's still doing the law, but instead of writing it on the stone, he said, I will put it in their mind. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 2. Because when people, look at what, what I'm saying, this is just for Israel. You know what I'm saying? Or that's Israel thing. And go through all that. We're going to see what Paul went and talked to the white man. He talked to Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? And we saw this new covenant, and this new covenant still included Israel. So then the Gentile might look and say, well, you know, where do we come in this thing? You know what I'm saying? Well, the Gentile came in, the Gentile been in this thing, brothers and sisters. They been had an opportunity for salvation. But Israel didn't do their job. They were supposed to be a nation of priests. They were supposed to go out here and teach all nations. Now, as nations, the Lord gonna destroy when He come back, because nations rule this world. But as individuals, all men have opportunity for salvation. There is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither barbarian, nothing with Christ. But let's read something.